What is this for?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the first episode of TNO for, you've guessed it, Survivor Immunity Island, South Africa. It is back. It's back in the house, guys. You know, one of the things that we need to recognize is this is the first Survivor back on screens globally. It was the first Survivor in production, and I've got better news for you. Better news. We've got the first Survivor who got booted out on Thursday night, just that night, in the house, Jason Brookstein. How's it going, man?
Good yourself.
It's been a while, dude. It's been a long time. I mean, like we spoke about this before. We kind of, know each other, but we don't know each other. I mean, I've seen all your previous entries.
I'm familiar with you. Look, our paths are somewhat we were from the same scene, were we not? I saw you.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, so like.
I feel like everyone who's entered at the same time. Yeah, I feel like everyone who's entered kind of knows each other up until this point. The previous auditions where they've put a block on you not knowing who. You got to suss out your competition. Yeah,
but that's the thing. I think that's why auditions are being now private, because they really want that element of surprise now. Because I mean, in the situation with me, like we'll talk about it, my time on the island, and whatnot, and experience, whatnot.
Yeah.
But you'll see like a face that you can recognize can also sometimes hurt you. Eh?
Oh, looking forward to diving deeper into that. Looking forward to it. But before we do, one thing I want to say, obviously the other first thing that Survivor South Africa did was a shot on home soil. And the significant part about that was the fact that, them doing that alone has boosted the economy within the Eastern Cape there by 10 million rand. And that is a huge, huge sort of significance when you factor... Yeah, and when you consider the economic climate right now and everything else, I mean, that's huge. And you were speaking about it. What were you saying earlier? You mentioned things with regards to, getting the Americans in here, getting the Australians in here.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so, like, I'm a fan. You're a fan. We all know.
Yeah.
Okay. Survivor fancies the tropical locations. Okay? And you can see, like, in previous, like, seasons, they've, like, attempted like Gabon and like these weird places. Like there would be like a weird place in the mix, and they would like check the ratings out and how do the public like react to like such an environment in terms of cast, personality, like everything has to like gel well together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I think legit, like South Africa has the best conditions for such a franchise. Like have you seen how beautiful the Wild Coast is? How untamed it is, how crazy it is. Legit, that's how it was. That's how it was. And it was so untamed. It's called the Wild Coast for a reason. It is untamed. For 3 days. I was there 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
You saw how, like, we were like...
But whoa. You said 3 days. In the show, you said that was your terrain, though.
You
said that was your terrain, yeah.
Look how comfortably we were sleeping. I got my tribe. I was sorting them out. We were sleeping like sardines, nice and warm, covered. We were dry.
Yeah.
We're not over there.
Struggling.
Brother.
Struggling.
Bro, I was struggling. Bro. But it's good. It's like, just it's interesting to see how different types of personalities adapt to certain situations, move from there. So it's cool. It's cool to step back now and see actually all unfold in front of you.
Yeah, well, no, it definitely is cool, and I'm super glad you made it. So I'm super excited, by the way, because guys, I was chatting to Jason 10 minutes or 15 minutes before we actually gone live here, and I was saying within those 15 minutes, I'm actually super bummed that he did get the boot, because the way he's come across and everything he said, there's a lot of energy here, and it's energy that, I mean, we saw in the first episode that carried through greatly. Might I add? I mean, I've also got a special something for you.
Really?
Look at that! Look at that! You know what? You didn't go the distance, but you did have a solid punch in that first episode.
That mentality in life, dude. Let me tell you, like in anything that you do, even if it's a bad idea, if you genuinely have an idea to yourself that it's like you 100% think it's right. Like I knew survival was right. Like I knew it. The time was right. The thing is, you just need to be persistent. That's why I'm trying to egg you on as well. You need to be persistent, dude. You will get on. You will get
I'm doing my thing. I'm not worried about getting on the show, but I just want to reel it back in terms of just going back to the fact that, your stint was short, right? But it was, like I said, it was impactful.
Thank
As
you.
a diehard Survivor fan, and we heard Bryce Isaiah, is that how you pronounce his name? On Shannon Gates,
Yeah,
Mike
Bryce.
Show. I mean, that guy loves you. He absolutely
Oh, yeah.
adores you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
are you happy with how things unfolded? Just we're going to talk about you before we get into the actual show of TNO, which is obviously,
Okay.
yeah,
So me personally, so everything,
Yeah.
how everything unfolded. Look,
yeah,
the whole process is somewhat it's stressful. It's stressful because you like, especially first boot. Now, as the diehard fan, I mean, I need to take into consideration this is a how many year journey for pushing, okay?
yeah, yeah,
And it ends the way it does.
yeah,
So now you need to step back a bit and you need to like kind of decipher now what's going through. Now you need to like pick yourself up. You're like, okay, where you coming? Like, where you going to, Jason? Like, what's happening? So now took a little bit of time to like think a bit. You know, I was with my birds, I was with the plants. You know, I was on there's new things that I'm taking on in life. Like, you know, that I'm going to be experimenting with. Like I'm everywhere. Okay.
yeah,
But you just need to take it in and like come around. You need to come back. You need to accept. I mean, that's why, like, when you play the game, you have to go full hard, like your heart. If your heart's not in it, you're like you're not playing. Like you're really
Yeah.
not playing.
yeah.
But that's just my opinion, and I understand some people have different types of strategies and whatnot. But that's just how I play. Sorry, can I just say
No
a
problem.
warning?
Yeah.
A warning
Yeah, yeah.
quickly. Okay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear that warning.
Because like this is the first time I can actually speak about my experience. Sometimes
Yep.
certain like questions trigger off like certain like rabbit holes
Oh.
that I need to explore myself. So sometimes
Dude.
you're also getting like new things. So like I might have to ask you like please re-ask can I repeat the question? So
No problem, man. No problem. And also, please, I just want to say, feel free to be Alice going down that rabbit hole, dude. You need to explore.
cool.
People need to hear. They need to know exactly where you're at with regards to everything.
For sure.
But
So
before
I kind of miss her. What was the question, dude? That's what
no, yeah. So before I ask you another question, I just want to reiterate, guys. TNO, we do have another announcement. I normally do the show with my co-host, my co-pilot called Quibus. Unfortunately, he will not be continuing the show with me, which is why I've got Jason here. He's filling in the shoes for tonight. But the show is broken up into 3 sections, generally speaking. We've got the Golden Spear, which speaks about the player who's had the best moves throughout the episode. We've got the Wooden Spoon, which is the player who's landed themselves in a precarious situation for that episode and moving forward within the game. And then obviously Storm's Brewing, which is all about predictions. And now, because I don't have my co-host, Jason is going to give that opinion, and that's lovely because I'm going to give my opinion based on the edit that I've seen, and Jason is going to give his opinion based on the experience that he lived, which is it's a lovely juxtaposition between the two, and that's what I'm excited about. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's compare.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's exciting.
You want to go first? I'd really like to hear you.
No.
Listen, I'm here with the firepower here, dude. I'm
amazing.
Like, off here,
You're packing.
So
You're packing.
So I can like overtake you here, dude.
Oh, please, man.
Dude, I'm not no mercy here with me, dude.
Well, before we actually dive into the actual game, I just want to like a couple more questions about you and your journey before we actually speak about those sort of things. I mean, so you've entered. I mean, it's well known that you are a diehard fan. You've entered a couple of times. Your journey, like I said, short stint. What I'm getting from you is that you were overall you were happy with what you put out there.
Yes, like I mean we all got like those questions like in the game and whatnot. Like who are your favorite players?
Yeah.
And my favorite players were Ozzy Luss and Joe Anglin.
Yeah.
At the time, but now with a new entry, Sarah Lucina. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah's the champ, man. Sarah, hey, I'm all about that one. Yeah.
So you see my mentality of why picking her now as a new favorite because now I've experienced the conditions. So now she is creeped up in my heart based on her gameplay and how she took the outcome that she did. So you can expect me coming back. I can tell you now, brother, I'm coming back. You might be with me there. Eh? Just
mate. Watch out. Yeah.
So the thing is, you see, I lost my train of thoughts again.
No worries, dude.
Okay,
You've had a long day. Just so you guys know, Jason has had a full day of interviews, and he's made his time available to come on now, which I'm super, super grateful, by the way, Jason. Also, can you just tell the people you got a pigeon for me? You found a pigeon that looks like me.
I got 2 pigeons. So the the one is from Kuwait. I
Yeah.
imported this bird from Kuwait.
Oh wow.
So I'll show you the Kuwait bird.
Wow.
It's like I got bloodlines, brother.
Yeah.
Let me show you. So here's my Kuwait bird.
Okay.
Like, how pretty is that? I'm not sure. Like,
Jeez, that's definitely not your everyday street pigeon there, guys. This is
street
a.
rat. I kick those things. They are disgusting, brother. Disease.
Wow.
Come on, see. Like so many people. You know what the funny thing is? I get tagged in with a lot of like pigeon videos.
Yeah.
Or like bird videos. But like it's crazy because like the most recent one, for example, like someone would tag me in a post. Now you know, like there's that song like by Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now there's like a pigeon, like this street performer, and he's like playing a and then like the pigeon's like
Jamming, yeah.
The thing is, there's cotton on the pigeon's leg that's cutting off the circulation. So the pigeon's foot is literally falling off and it's trying to walk. And people don't understand the situation. And people
a little pimp swag there.
Sending me this shit. And I'm like, dude, it's depressing me.
Wow.
Yeah,
guys, and also, yeah.
And then I'll show you the one that I named after you, dude. I've been naming pigeons after important people that I've been doing podcasts with.
I'm incredibly honored. Guys, if you're watching it, feel free to comment. Don't be shy, and also please let Jason know if this pigeon looks like me.
Questions, swing them, hey? There you go. How beautiful is that, eh? Beautiful, eh? Beautiful.
No, that's a handsome pigeon. Handsome. I can look. It's even got my dark eyes. About the dark eyes though, Jason. You on your Instagram handle, it says South African with a part of Spanish and Portuguese. Please enlighten me, man. Enlighten me there. Explain that to me.
That pulls more my dad's side. So I'm like a weird combination of people. Like it's crazy. So my dad's side pulls the Portuguese and the Spanish side. My mom pulls an Afrikaans side, and I guess the result is me.
Oh, it's the wild child conquistador.
Jack Sparrow looking mofo.
Well, I mean,
I like that.
I mean, this is Nico, guy. This is Nico. And also, can I just say, guys, I wanted to start off by doing this. Just for last night's show. That's who we got on here. Yeah, and I also just want to say no pigeons were harmed during the filming of this show.
No pigeons. And bonsais. I've brought bonsais.
And bonsai. Oh, Jason, guys, can you see what...
This is Draco.
So you're a Slytherin, man.
Ooh,
okay, you're a Slytherin, man.
That's a bit. I am. I think if I had to answer that question, I think I don't like Harry Potter because I like Harry Potter. Like, dude, I can speak. Like, dude, I know the spells. Dude, I'll whip you in Harry Potter trivia. Like, boom, 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 dude. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't like Harry Potter as the character because everyone likes Harry Potter.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
that's
I really think that I embrace like the thought of, because if you think about it, I do tend to think about the dark side of how to move through cracks and manipulate. That's why I was here. That's why I was on the show.
Wow.
But I also know how to play the nice guy that you're also seeing right now.
Yes. And you know what the interesting thing is, though? Maybe it's a Draco similarity, you know, the Slytherin house. Really? Maybe is that not... No, but hang on. We're just going to... Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're gonna reel it back a little bit here, Jason. We're gonna think about your time in the game, and you know the whole Slytherin analogy here. In terms of the pitfall for your game,
yes,
was it not maybe you got too excited there towards the end, and maybe it was moving like a snake? That kind of is something that came across to your fellow castmates.
Let me walk you through my strategy and the decisions why I did as, you know, okay.
Yeah, so, please.
The situation that I'm dealt with is Amy on the one side, running around saying Sean has an idol in his pocket, causing up a scene. Okay. And on the other situation, I have the situation where Sean and Keon are looking through the rice and puff. We all know this. They're fans. We were right there. They were searching. They said even if it was for Flint, the possible if the occasion arose where like there was an idol in there or advantage, I'm telling you now, they wouldn't have. I have a situation with Dino. Okay, so
Oh,
just remind me to go back to Dino. We're gonna have a separate conversation about Dino. Okay.
okay. All right, please. Yeah.
But with these two scenarios happening around me, it was the perfect conditions to maneuver. There were so many cracks. And the thing is, it was so early in the game. And the thing is, that nature that I played from the first day that I put foot, I had to follow up because I'll get there. I know it seems hard and like bubbly, but the thing is now, you got to think of a situation and from a fan point of view. Now, I think a fan's point of view, I am aware of all the outcomes, but now the thing is, I'm in a situation where I need to really pick the right one, and unfortunately, I chose the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 3 doors. You choose the one, and unfortunately, these are the cards you're dealt.
That's the thing about Survivor. That's what makes this game so amazing. That's what makes it so captivating. That's what's so great. Because the unpredictability factor in this game is like so crazy. Okay. So I got these 2 situations happening with me, and I decide to move. But with the situation with Immunity Island, or the Fire Challenge with Chappies, okay?
Yeah.
And the me looking like a seal out of water. That's another discussion that if you have time.
Bro, was that intentional? Because I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like this is your first challenge.
Dino had look, I'm a fit dude. Legit, I'm a fit dude.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. We're going down a rabbit hole. Let's go, yeah. Okay.
No, we're in there. We're in that rabbit hole. Let's hear it. Let's hear it all.
So the thing is, I'm like a rough, wildish person. So like,
swimming. I haven't noticed with your pigeon and your bonsai and Draco. I haven't noticed that at all.
I think I keep it more to myself, but I struggle to let that out a bit.
Yeah.
So no, I'm joking. But the thing is, what was I getting to?
We're talking about the challenge.
The challenge. Oh yeah. So.
And then you mentioned Dino.
Yeah, we'll separate. We'll talk about Dino.
Okay. All right.
There's so much that happens in one episode. That is so this is why we love this game. I mean, there's even the niche topic. We got so much to go through. Even if you have time, dude, I'm willing here to talk.
Oh, dude, we are here. We can chat about this. Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I'm here. I hope you I brought my sleeping bag. This is a sleeper couch. We're gonna talk this through. I've got a lot to say.
Fantastic. I know you can build a shelter, so I'm okay, dude. As long as you build a shelter, we can keep chatting.
Sorry, I'm gonna have a bite. This green.
No, dude, you gotta eat. You gotta eat, and I know the wife is making sure you're eating, which is good. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, especially
it's like a bougie bowl, like from Nando's, with like beef in there. It's pretty sick.
Oh, lovely. And I mean, a full 3 days on Survivor. You need to catch up on all of that. Am I right there?
Look, there's so much I missed out on, but I didn't have rice. I could have had rice. But the only thing was like the fruit and they don't show it, but like all we had is what we had to pick, like what we took, legit what we had there. And it looks like a lot. It really does look like a lot. But you got to understand the conditions that you have that stuff in. You really don't have a fridge. You take a fridge for granted. Go put a tomato in a spot there for about 3 hours and let's go talk again. Let's go talk again. In like while things are so damp and hot, and it's like raining one side, and you got like a banana leaf covering the like whatever just to save it, and you like wake up like the next morning and it's like
gone
because like a rat came to visit. Like
so
I'm not joking.
I
was building the shelter like a python, small python. It was like small, clinky, kind of like boom. It was crazy, dude.
Gone. So let that be a warning to everyone. When you're starting Survivor and there's that moment when you don't know each other and you're doing the walk, sussing everyone out, and there's that challenge in the beginning where you got to grab supplies and things. Is it worthwhile? Yeah, but is it worthwhile to actually then go get these fruit and things if you know they're going to go off rather than just like stick with rice?
Think about it. If you don't, what's going to be perceived of you?
No, but I'm just saying, like, out of all the things to grab, would you not grab their more firewood or things?
You grab as much as you can because you know that there is something there and you knew that. Now, the only way to get that is by grabbing things because you need to move things. Now, if I'm literally just moving things like, wow, people are going to know my intention. So now let's think about this. We need to start grabbing things, covering ourselves. What do you hijack, grab. This is a
Yeah.
very sly game. You need to be fast. You need to be like,
Quick.
You need to be there, my friend. Serious.
Yeah.
It moves fast. Like you drop your guard for like a little bit, then you get this done to you.
Okay, you know what? I feel like let's just jump into the different sections of the show. Because I feel like while we're doing it, we're gonna go on a journey with you regardless. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we're gonna go into the first section. Like I said, Golden Spear. And what the Golden Spear is about is the player who had the best moves for the episode. So Jason, seeing as you are the guest, I'm gonna let you go first. And after
Okay,
what you
cool.
saw on TV and what you experienced,
Can I have a few seconds?
who are your
Because
nominations?
I want to award this properly.
Okay.
I need to think and give a few seconds.
Okay, no problem. Take your time, man.
Does it have to be from my tribe or from
Any tribe, based on what you saw and based on what you
From what I
experienced.
saw,
I mean,
okay,
you can
I'll
go
take
with
Anela.
whatever.
I'll take Anela.
Anela, okay?
Yeah. Because you know the whole situation where Renier saw that I was aware of the role of building the shelter and I accepted that role unwillingly and he was aware of it. That's why he needed to get rid of me. Now you see there was a situation between Renier and Smash where Renier gave him, Smash he said no, Jason's the target.
Yeah.
And you can see Smash is like, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. He doesn't say it like, or maybe I'm like putting it in a different way, but he says something along the lines of like, do you think we should not go for someone else instead of Jason? And Renier was very persistent on it. And unfortunately, Renier had a lot of swing. And Anela was...
Why though? Why did he have that swing?
Because the thing is, he networked and it's just a personality. People took to him. It's just you need to charm your way, my friend. You need to charm your way. And there were 3 goals there that he worked his way. He worked the heart. Like he worked the heart. He worked. That's the thing about every single character on the season. They will work your heart, bro. They will work your heart. Like.
So did you not work enough hearts? What happened there? Did you not work enough hearts then?
I'll get there.
Okay. All right.
So where were we going? With the
Golden Spear, you mentioned Renier.
Anela. So he had the situation where Renier was pushing for it, and he was like, okay, you know what, Jason? Okay? He had to buckle in that situation because if he pushed for me, why is he pushing for Jason? Okay?
Yeah.
That's the type of thinking that Renier is going to go and explore. Type thinking, okay? So what does he do? He throws me under the bus. We had a really good relationship. So what I've experienced, I don't know what he's going to say. We haven't had the opportunity to talk. We'll chat when everything is over. Yeah. But from what I experienced from him, for him to have that thinking, for him to able to throw me under the bus is a very killer combination to go all the way. And Renier should have spotted that instead of me not wanting to have the shelter. It happened in front of his face. I'm calling it.
Okay.
And you didn't see it.
Hey, so you're saying Anela then he's got that.
At me.
And let's be honest, that was one of the highlights of the episode. So don't be too upset about that. And also, that's a meme that's going around.
No, it was amazing.
You become a survivor meme.
Yeah. So much fun.
Did you not see that happening when someone was doing that? Did you not see that?
But the thing is, come on, tell you.
Yeah.
This game moves at such a fast pace that literally he had that only moment to tell Dino, Jason, we move at that fast pace. And the thing is, I should have been aware. Like next time, I'm even like in a meeting room or like wherever I walk, I'm like, dude, you stand there. And not people know why. People know why.
You got to keep them in front there, Hey. Yeah.
Catch that one on me again. I'll stand like on the hill and talk to you now from now on. I want to see you.
Thanks, Renier. You're giving this man some serious PTSD. When he's saying in a meeting in the office now, he's up there now. He's not here. He's there.
No, I'm joking. Listen. He took an opportunity. Listen.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the game. He knows how the game works. He did it to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it to him. It's a timing game. Survival is also all about timing. Timing.
Okay, but wait. So you mentioned Anela. Okay, that's a fair shot. That's someone I want to talk about as well. But
Yeah.
Based on what you say now, obviously, should Renive not get mentioned now as well?
That type of mentality to look past something like that, you're not gonna
You
win.
don't think so?
Like
Nothing.
me, let's be honest, like I have the winning mentality. I know what it takes to win, but there was like you need to like everything
too hard,
needs to
too
fall into
fast.
place. Yeah, too hard, too fast. Like I'll talk about it. Like we'll talk about exactly why my situation played out the way it did. I will talk about that. And it has.
Well, we can say that for the wooden spoon. We can say that for the wooden spoon, seeing as I mean, you are on the show.
Yeah,
you're on the show, so we will touch about like the things that I think you might have made a mistake in. But in terms of the Golden Spear, okay, so Renive, you say not a winning mentality. Is there anyone else that you want to nominate for the Golden Spear based on the episode that you saw on Thursday night?
Chappies.
Oh, Chappies. The man's. I mean,
know?
What? He's got a Chappies paper. Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Yeah.
That guy's gonna be fire. Watch me. Watch him. Sorry, I'm out. Watch him. He's gonna be fire.
Chappies. Okay. Yeah. Look. Well. Okay. So based on what I saw from Anele, what I liked about Anele is that he was this big imposing guy, and somehow that didn't get thrown out there. In terms of, traditional Survivor, we're looking at physical threats. I understand you need to keep the tribe strong, but his name wasn't mentioned at all. And he's got this calming sort of factor when he's speaking to you. Yeah. And he also, under the radar, but what he did really well was, for me, when I'm watching it, is he was calm about it, and he heard people before he gave his opinion. So it's that
guy, he's in tune with the side of himself that's like it's like, let me tell you, he's in tune with the side of himself that is aware, and it's a winning formula for him, and he's aware of it. And I think he's got my Golden Spear. I don't think anyone can take that away from me. His mentality is too sick.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then you touched on the fact of Chappies. We mentioned Chappies. I mean, from what I could see, Chappies somehow, obviously the focus was on the Zamba tribe for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But when we're going back to Vuna, by the way, also I just want to mention this. So Vuna, the orange tribe, the definition being to reap the profit, or to harvest. And your Zamba tribe is to dig. And I found it interesting that you'd end up in the green tribe, by the way, Slytherin house, where you had almost in the end, you kind of dug a hole. But then we've got the Vuna tribe that somewhat was deemed by Paul as the tennis tribe. Like the tennis tribe, you guys were the rugby tribe, and they won. Like, so everything fell into place for this episode. It was the classic underdog Survivor. You had the Sheamus 2.0 edit. I mean, it was nuts, dude.
Dude, it was crazy. Come on, salute. But dude, can I, like you say, the Sheamus 2.0, and I'm aware because he came in fast, blazing.
Came in hard, boy.
But let me tell you something. Okay.
But you are new improved model, yeah.
The reason for my nature like that, for moving fast and okay, so this is where I come back to the reason why I played the way that I did, and I really want to hear your reason why I got out.
Okay.
This is my take, and we're gonna go back to the spoon. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
My second pick.
No problem.
Down a rabbit hole. Let's buckle up.
Okay. I'm strapped in.
Like I said, the fire challenge cost, immunity challenge cost. Now you backed in a corner. And as a fan, of all the outcomes, and remember, pick the wrong one, saying that that they're really gunning for me. But now I have a situation where they're gunning for Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, they're starting to gun for Sean. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed.
The Blade Brothers. They can't go after the Blade Brothers.
Blade Brothers. So that guy's really loud. He's really loud. Okay? He's like the perfect person to sit next to a certain point. Because he's going to say something wrong. Yeah. He's going to say something wrong. That guy's too much emotions. Like, he's an awesome guy. That guy's emotions, like, in tune. He's like such a lacquer guy. Let me tell you. But just like me, like I got burnt, I think that's going to burn him as well. And I got good vibes from him. So when they said they were targeting Sean, I was like, listen.
Well, I feel like you guys had similarities.
I should have done in that situation what Anila did. Be like, for sure. Let's go for Sean. But I resisted. I showed resistance. Like, I don't want to work with Sean. Little did I know that the spanner in the works with Amy throwing that the idol in his pockets and being aligned with Sean would be. I didn't really think that through because there's so many elements that you, like, literally drop the ball once you're out.
Yeah.
And so protect Sean, and I was like, okay, listen. The guys were like, who are we going for? Hence why I wrote down Keon's name. I was like, I'd rather, although I was aligned with Keon, I was like, I'd rather be aligned with Sean rather than Keon. Keon can beat me. I think I can take Sean. Okay? So that was my...
But Sean felt like, from what I could see, Sean felt like an absolute wild card. Like, I mean,
exactly.
Completely wild. So you wanted to, the wild child wanted to align with the wild card. Unbelievable.
No. Imagine playing the game, showing your strategical background, playing the cutthroat game that I did. Imagine I maintained to play this cutthroat game undetected. Okay? Just imagine. Like, let's dive deep here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How far would
with
I
you.
Undetected? I want an honest opinion.
Jason, from what I saw in that, first episode, I felt
Don't be afraid to hurt my heart.
Dude, I'm gonna be. This is uncut for the super fans. This is what TNO is all about. So I'm not gonna be afraid to say the things. But at the same time, what I wanna point out is there's already a stark difference between season 7 and season 8, and we've got to credit production. We've got to credit production here, in a sense where I felt like the previous season there weren't that many fans playing the game. There were good people that they chose. They were good characters, but they weren't fans. Off the bat this season, from what I'm seeing, is wow. Guys like you, many guys like you. Renee is an example. Dino's an example. Chappie's is an example. All these guys are these fans that have come flying off the blocks, and that's why a player like you in this sort of scenario, in my opinion, has got on the boot, because everything you're saying, you're going, if I went undetected, I went in hard, fast, and I know I mentioned Seamus 2.0, but there was a lot of paranoia going around. So much paranoia, and I think was down to the fact that so many fans were involved.
Dino also has played. I mean,
yeah.
But like Nico says, it's always healthy to have a certain amount of paranoia in the game of Survivor, because I mean, if you don't have that little bit of paranoia, bro, if you feel too safe, you're going home.
Quick. Okay.
I can attest to that.
Okay, but Jason, so you've mentioned Anele, you've touched on Chappies. Why did you think Chappie should be nominated for the Golden Spear for this episode?
Based on his mentality, try to shake me up.
Yeah. Did that work, by the way? Did it work?
No.
Not at all. I mean, you called it.
No. I called it. For sure. Do I look shooken?
I don't know. You came out second best in the fire challenge, though, man.
Bro, I'll own that, dude. I'll own that. It doesn't.
All right.
Look.
Yeah.
Until you play Survivor, I'm telling you, and I'm not gonna use that card and be like, until you play Survivor, you don't understand.
Yeah.
No, dude. But the thing is, some people, like, you got so many, like you said. Excuse me.
No problem.
You got like excitement. You've got like possibility of blindsides. You got possibility of betrayal. You gotta shift alliances. You gotta, like, for good play, for good winner in speech. Like, let's be honest, if you curtail to the end, and like, look at Rob, look at Nicole. Cutthroat mentality. They just aligned right from the beginning. Listen, Survivor is a building formula. I talk about building a structure, and it's evidence. Everything in life. This is the winning formula right here.
Yeah.
You start off right. Okay? You start off right. You're only going to succeed. That is the outcome. Okay? You be persistent. You take the hits, and you take it with, like, a little bit of, like, and that's what Rob and Nicole had. Like, they had it, and Rob.
So is that something you were looking for? Is that something you were looking for?
That, yes.
And you thought you had that in what's his name again? Sean.
Not sure. Well, sure, Sean. Well, listen, we are early. You don't understand. Like, it's still early days in Survivor. Like,
but also, do you not think Anele is more Rob-esque than what a Sean is? So if you're looking for that sort of partnership, would you not more lent towards him?
In terms of, like, Anela is more how can I say? He's like Rob, yes, but he's
Yeah.
like the teddy bear Rob. Like Rob is more like I see the fire. I look in the eyes and I see that energy. Like
Yeah.
you see what I'm seeing? I see
Yeah.
that's just what I get from Rob. That's the energy I read from Rob.
Yeah, I
Like
feel you. I mean, I think LaRue's come out saying as well, Rob sees himself as a hero sort of player, and LaRue
I
calls
heard
him a
those
villain.
podcasts. I heard those podcasts. They said
Yeah.
when Rob stepped into the panel, they
Yeah.
felt it. Tell me what energy that is.
Makes you tremble.
That's what
Makes the
you
ground shake underneath your feet. Eh?
You see, and those are the type of people that they want. Like I'm telling you, if you can own that, and they saw it in Rob, and they were like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dangerous.
For sure.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go back to Chappies though, just to round off your nomination, Chappies. Okay. So you're saying, at the fire challenge, you didn't buy his nonsense, but you still want to give him this nomination.
He's fire for a reason, because he beat me in fire.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but from what I see, he's blending very well.
Yeah.
He is. How can I say? He's taking it very well. I see from his interview. Like,
yeah,
we weren't aware of each other's interviews but how he answered questions in his interview, like he's announcing like who Chappies is, the whole box thing, and like I am the box, or I'm outside the box, or he's like many dimensions of the box, or I don't know what, we should call him like Proddy Rich or something like that, because like call him the box or something like that. I'm gonna call him Proddy Rich. That's fun. Or is it Proddy Rich or who's it?
I don't know. Just keep going with it. I'm enjoying this ride I'm on right now. Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep going. No, I said I'm enjoying the ride I'm on. You just keep going, dude. You just keep going. Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
So
no problem.
I like his style of how his energy and whatnot, and I see it. He's masking well. I saw the fire. But I'm not seeing that fire just yet. He's very playful.
Well, you saw his white cheeks on the beach. How much more fire do you want to see? Yeah.
See them cheeks clap. Yeah, brother. Yeah. He did that. Given like maybe a few more days, maybe I would have done that. Legit. I would have done that. I have 0 Fs.
No, look, I believe the wild child right now. Okay, so you've thrown out Anele, you've thrown out Chappies. Is there one more nomination you want to throw out there for the Golden Spear? Best move of the episode?
Not really, because you got it. I'm sticking by my guns. You can't get that out of me. Screw that, dude.
Wait, this way. Oh, there we go.
I like... Okay, this is a tie for me.
Yeah.
A tie.
Okay.
Between Tyson and Nicole.
Yeah.
I love their cutthroat mentality. I love it.
Tyson and Nicole. Okay.
Nicole is perceived as she says like the puppy, but she's aware.
Yeah.
She's aware of it. She's aware of it. She's gonna play it. And I'm telling you, that chick, even Tarzan. Did you see that little boxing scene? You got your Muhammad Ali shirt there. That's my guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Come on, let's be honest. I dig the
just swinging.
I love it. Those are my.
And also, so Tyson's aligned himself.
Gel with them, legit.
Yeah. So you were in like I said, the rugby tribe. Maybe you're better suited for the tennis tribe. But when we're looking at, so you're talking about Tyson. The good thing about Tyson is it seems like he's got a sort of alignment with Warda and Anesu. And yogis, doctors, they seem fairly logical. They seem like they got their heads well placed. So maybe partnering with someone who does have a killer swing is something that an alliance needs.
Perhaps. Exactly. Listen.
Yeah.
Whatever situation, you need to be able to manipulate.
Guys, just so you know, those aren't sound effects. You're getting a personal taste of Jason and his
Dude, it's crazy. Like, I've got a chinchilla. Do you want to see a chinchilla?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a chinchilla?
Do you have it there?
I'm telling you, let me get you a chinchilla.
Oh, please. Guys, this is an exciting time for me. I'm not going to lie to you. We're meant to be covering the Golden Spear nominations, and right now the names being thrown out there are Nede, it is Chappies, and he's thrown Tyson out there, and all of a sudden a chinchilla. Look at this, beautiful.
They're cute. Whoa, almost in my food, dude. This is Pixie.
Do you want to nominate her too?
I nominate her. She would win Survivor. Look at her eyes.
So cute.
Out of them. Because they have like the softest fur.
Oh man.
But they do have the softest fur. But she's amazing. I let her run in my garden. And she's like absolutely wild like me. And she likes to run on the pit bull.
Oh wow, they've got a little relationship going on there. So Jason, was Sean your pit bull then?
He was.
Or were you the chinchilla?
I can tame animals. I'm an animal guy. I can tame them.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Sean's got no problem. No problem. No, you keep going. You keep going. Like the chinchilla, the Sean sort of analogy. Sean was wild, guys. In my mind, for one of the oldest contestants on the show, he was arguably more erratic than you, Jason. Sean.
Come on, tell you that guy's energy. That's the reason I could work with that type of energy, and I maybe it scares a lot of people, but the thing is, those are the type of people I feel most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And if I could show him that, look, we all know this game is about deception, and to a point, like you need to be able to build something, and I think I could have built that, and I think Sean would have understood the reason of why I acted the way I did.
Yeah,
I understand. Like, for example, like I think he would have been in the same, like he has the same type of thinking like me, because I think we are like a little bit the same. If he goes out early, he understands it. If he goes far, he's gonna own it. Like he's just that type of person. He's amazing. Like you'll see, this guy's crazy, dude. You'll see.
Okay, so I feel like because there are a lot of pitfalls.
I'm just like giving everyone good vibes. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like I hate everyone.
No. You're not meant to hate anyone. That's all good. Yeah. What I like is, okay, so Golden Spear, like I said, you've mentioned your nominations. Yeah. I personally feel that Chappies has to be nominated because of what he's done. He was, like you, similar to you, he was recommended by his tribe to go fight in the tribe. Or in the fire challenge, rather, which means there's a certain level of trust. They feel like he could have done that, and he came back with a success. He comes back, they're celebrating, it's fantastic. They're already rallying around him. He obviously has his little nude stint, which is, I think you're not allowed doing that on Survivor US anymore, by the way. But he does that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's part of like it's banned now. I think it's like along the lines of sexual harassment or something like that. So interesting.
Well, at least we've got a little bit more gears and style here. Hey? At least if you guys, you know what? Listen, if you want to see the top content, come jump ship.
Jump over here, Survivor SA, and also, Richard Hatch just needs to come chill with Chappies. Okay, but nonetheless, so Chappies, decent shots. Anele, I liked what he put forth. You've said he's going to go a long way. If you had to choose between those two, in my opinion, because those are the two stronger candidates for this particular episode, Tyson's done all right, but between those two, who would your Golden Spear go to? Anela. I will second that. Call, Nella, just because of the presence that he's had. He opens his mouth at Tribal Council, and it still doesn't bite him back in the butt. And he's aligned strongly. He's got the female alliance. He's also in the middle of the male alliance. Because as people do, they tend to, I don't know, fall in between genders. Yeah,
he's hard to predict. He's hard to crack. I think he's holding back.
Okay, so there's only one thing left before we move on, and we've got to throw the Golden Spear to Nelle. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do we throw it? What do we do?
However you want to throw it. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and we're both going to say, whoop, Golden Spear goes to Nelle. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey! Anele, congratulations on winning.
Like Devlin, out of it's like, dude.
Out of the park.
Out of the park, dude.
Out of the park. Anele, you have received the first TNO Golden Spear Award. Congratulations. So now we're going to move on to one called the Wooden Spoon. So,
Wooden Spoon.
Jason, kick us off here, my friend. Kick us off.
The one that did, how can I say, the least? So how does
the one that made a move that landed themselves in a precarious situation, And obviously, in your case, in my opinion, I'm definitely going to nominate you for several reasons. But it's an obvious one because you've been given the boot, but you can give it to someone else and other people if you'd like to, because going forward, their position in the game is a troublesome position.
Okay. I hear you, and I will react.
Yeah.
Give me a few seconds.
No problem.
I want to give you a true answer.
Okay. I want the true answer. I don't want you to butter anything up for me. Yeah.
I want to give you. Let me think about this. A proper wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Amy.
I did not see that coming. I'm not gonna lie. Why are you throwing Amy's name out there?
I think if people realize the type of game she's playing with this whole idol in the pockets, I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna be like glued to the screen to see. Maybe I eat my words, maybe I don't. But I don't know. Like, I can't remember. Like everything's such a blur. But like if she's throwing that type, I get Tevin vibes from Amy.
Oh, so villain. You calling Amy out just straight out villain?
Well, no. Well, I like villains. Listen, come on. Everyone likes it.
Nothing wrong with villains. Villains are more interesting. We know the villains are going to make the moves.
If you bring some style to the game, you bring some style. There's no denying it, brother.
Okay, but wait. Let's track back. So, Amy, what did Amy do in this episode that warrants that she gets the wooden spoon?
That she gets the wooden spoon. I think. Okay. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
all right. Okay. Let's. I'm gonna pull a handbrake there. Let me get my nominations. I'm gonna tell you who I think deserves the wooden spoon.
We're gonna have
nominations.
To have this conversation, and I think we should. We're gonna have to like. I'll be if you really want that type of honest, raw cut like material like or opinion. Yeah. Don't be afraid to call me. Like, dude,
no doubt.
I'll even send you my number. Like, dude, we can take
fantastic.
It for sure.
No, we'll do that. Okay, but for the sake of this show and giving a nomination for the wooden spoon, I think Amy. The wooden spoon. Okay, so you've said Amy. For you, okay. I'm gonna throw a name out there, and obviously, first because I'm gonna throw your name out there too. But before I get to your name, I'm gonna have to throw Dino's name out here, and largely because. Yeah, I'm going to throw Dino's name out here because based on what I could see on the edits.
I second that. Can I change mine?
Okay. Yeah. You can change it.
I would actually like jump ship. You know my nature. I'm jumping ship. Just like the Survivor, Australia and New Zealand and America jump ship and come to the Wild Coast. I'm jumping ship. I second that. I take back. Amy.
Okay. So why do you second that? I mean, I've got my reasons. I want to know your reasons.
Exactly. Because you had the immunity necklace.
Yeah.
You were really good for one night. Spend that to get as much information and not make any moves. Because literally you have a day of listening and not feeling stressed about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a valid point.
You have a day of listening and not really like you have the ability to move fast.
Yeah.
And not cause so much friction. And I think
you're saying with the immunity necklace that he had, he could have gone balls to the walls.
He could have like listened, like being pulled because he was in like a type of a power position, but unfortunately the little bit of paranoia got to him. My going to like the fight challenge, he thought like perhaps came back with something that could like block an idol or a necklace. And the thing is, you see what I'm saying, like a fan.
Yeah. But I'm curious here. Because in the show is titled, I think it was something that Dino coined. It was along the lines of, common enemy, right?
Nothing unites us like a common enemy.
Exactly, along those lines. So when I'm looking at it and I'm going, you've got part Portuguese heritage. Dino apparently has part Portuguese heritage. Is that not a common sort of thing to align? Why did you guys explain that to me? Like,
okay, now we're going back.
For me, I feel like
here we go.
I feel like that's a sort of common alignment.
Exactly that. When I saw Dino get the necklace, I was like, "There's no better person." Yeah, there really is no better person. If there was one person for me to actually, if I couldn't get that necklace, the one person I would pick would be Dino because he's the one person I recognize. He's the one person that.
So you recognize, you actually recognize Dino
That's why,
before.
like this.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go into a different type of conversation here. Sorry, moving the chair.
No problem.
So, the thing is, when I came onto the island, I saw, Dino's in front of me. I'm like, I know this guy, but I know of him. I know he's like a skydiver. I know he's like
Flip, okay.
He's like a games room expert. I know of him, just like he knows of me. So when I came into the game, I didn't want to be the.
How did he know you though? How did he know of you?
We look. I mean, my last audition is like. I don't know.
So it's the audition thing.
Yeah, the audition.
Okay.
Like, obviously, like I know.
Similar to how we know each other in a way.
Exactly.
Indirectly.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I was in the situation where like this guy might know me. So if I came in, that was my strategy. Like, don't tell them who you really are. Don't tell them you can build a structure, because the thing is with the structure is when you build it, your personality really comes out. Because if someone takes 5 hours to chop a piece of bamboo and you get pissed off about it, you're going to voice your opinion. But the thing is, I was aware of that, and Renish spotted that. Okay?
Oh, shit. Okay.
So the thing is, so I knew I couldn't lie about being a structural engineering draftsman. Although I had like pigeon rings on my boots, I was going to be like a pigeon farmer. Like, how outrageous is that? That's why I was cast, because I'm a pigeon farmer. You want to ask me about pigeons? Shoot, dude. I'll answer. Dude.
Okay. How fast do pigeons fly on average?
Dude, I've clocked pigeons on the highway. It depends. If the wind's behind them, it's gonna be a high velocity race. If the wind's in front of them, they're gonna fly low, longer. There's a whole science. We'll continue. We'll chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
But anyway, so Dino, I knew that about him. So I didn't know what his intentions, or I needed to talk to Dino. So the thing is, when I had the opportunity to chat with Dino, like, I didn't know how he felt about me. And then literally, like, there was a moment, and like me and him will have this conversation once everything is over. There was a moment where like I was busy like making the shelter, or like, helping with the shelter, chopping something. I can't remember. But there was a moment where I looked up, and Dino didn't see that I was watching, but he turned, but he was like smirking. And I was like, yo, like when you say you get grills, I got grills. Like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
It was chilling, like, to see that man smile, because you don't understand, like, even Dino, the capabilities of the man. The man thinks, like he says, don't mistake, he's like, he doesn't have a high, a university degree, but this really has a
master's degree in life.
This guy hustles.
Okay.
I'm aware of it. So when I saw that and put that combination together, I was like, Dino is not, like, I got skittish. I was like, and then
so you just never spoke to him because of that look?
No, I spoke to him. We spoke. But the thing is, I don't know if I wanted to trust him, because then after that whole ordeal where he got caught on the first, like in the first immunity challenge and wording helped me to Paul,
kind of puts a target on his back there.
I was like, dude, like, talk about moving fast and hard. Like, you don't understand. You're the fan, like, you make like moves that you shouldn't be making.
Yeah. So I mean, let's So I mean, you're a diehard fan. He's a diehard fan. I feel like there's a lot of paranoia that comes over both of you. I mean, the same can be said for Sean.
Yeah.
Dino comes in hot, and why I say he needs to be nominated, maybe not so much considering the fact that you recognize them off the bat. If you're coming in there as a super fan and you feel like people are recognizing you and you've got this sort of paranoia.
No, but the thing
is, it's a possibility, right? So in that first challenge, then you are going to go for the immunity necklace. But at the same time, when you make that decision, it does put a huge target on your back. And he decides, as soon as you guys get back to tribe, or to your tribe, he waves in front of everyone and says, look, I'm going to wipe my hands clean here. I've got this necklace. I mean, what was the energy there when he did that? Because I feel like that made everyone even more uncomfortable when he did do that.
The thing is, Dino, bro. My guy.
Just give me a second quick. You keep going.
My guy. Dino. Listen, let me, like, I don't understand, like, I'll never understand because I wasn't as long as in the game. Like, I don't know how his journey ends out, and I'm going to follow it. But, sorry, my mind just been with that. So
he comes back, he reveals he's gone for this thing. He's trying to come across like he's putting it out in the open.
At atmosphere around camp. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't know. Like, I was aware of, like, I didn't know that the rugby team would find everything, like from the tribe advantage to like the flippin' hidden immunity idol, like, Nicholas, like, dude, like, I was like, so much is happening at a fast pace. So I was like
Yeah.
feeling pretty good, like, am I moving at this fast pace? Because like now there's time now. Like, remember, timing is everything. Like, shit,
Yeah.
I'm already behind because now I don't have a necklace. I'm not safe for the first night. If I was safe for the first night, dude, like, maybe I could afford to be another day. Like, like,
Yeah.
it's like a ripple effect. You just need to learn how to master how to control the ripple effect. Like I say, like, Survivor's a lifestyle. Like, trust me, there's a whole lot of things I'm answering about how I play that I need to go back to the drawing board. It's strategy. This is strategy. I need to go back. And if that chance arises, dude, welcome it by far. But like I say, I feel so enthusiastic about it. That possibility is probably going to happen because, like,
It's confidence.
we're only season 8. We're only on season 8.
So you've so at what point would you be invited back if they
I bet the pigeon
I hope not the Claudio pigeon, because that one she enjoys being free, or whatever it was.
Bro, that pigeon is a beast. Come on, tell you, that bird has flown 900 k's before.
Fast. That's a fast beat.
That in one day. Okay, but
right.
So, but like, I'm just showing, like, I see the projection of like Survivor SA going to there. Like, you're a fan yourself. Now, do you agree with me or not that where we started to where we are now, our season is not going to be the best season, man. Like, it might be one of them best seasons for sure. Maybe it could be a record type season. You never know. But maybe there's a paving or a type of playing that is unlocked along the journey that we are not aware of, and now that leads to a different type of breed of Survivor player that we are unaware of. Like, the possibilities are endless of types of personalities. I mean, we have the types of personality. Yeah, South Africa. We don't need to watch mad love for American, and their
contestants and
mad love. I mean, that's where I originate from. Like, my love from the game, and then
of course,
appreciating Survivor South Africa's journey to the point where it is now. And to be a part of it is, it's crazy.
I mean, I suppose like one of the benefits we have from the South African production perspective is that if we're looking at LaRue again, he's a huge fan and he's not afraid to accept.
How crazy is his thinking? Like, can we just take a moment? Him and Henry. Oh my word.
Okay.
I would like to, like, I mean, I've been saying on my other podcasts, like, I would like to spend a day in their head, like, just to actually think, like, what are they thinking? Because it's like so unpredictable. Like, I think, like, I'm not sure if you know that meme, like how guys tell a story and there's like one train track. And it's like how girls tell a story. It's like train track, like
multiple
changing links and clack. I feel like that's how their minds are. And what makes the formula such a winning formula is that they are diehard fans of the show. Yeah,
and that's testament to why you think it's going to keep going, I suppose. Because so I'm gonna, again, I keep saying I'm going to track back, but largely because if we're going to say there are going to be multiple seasons coming out of this, one of the things that I've communicated with people once I saw last night's episode, I'm looking at it and I'm going, from a South African franchise perspective, this is one of the best first episodes the South African, from a gameplay level, that the South African franchise has produced. And that excites me. And if that can continue, then there will definitely be multiple. And the reason why TNO exists, apart from it just being completely fortuitous, but it's also there to show South Africans that there are different ways of playing this game, that guys like you, super fans, need to come on, need to play hard, need to play fast, land up being the first boot out because they've left everything on the table and made entertaining TV.
Listen, I mean, someone had to eat from that bush to find out if it was a good idea or not.
Exactly.
You see, that's the type of mentality that I'm taking towards, taking from the experience. And once we know we can eat that bush, listen, yes, we're making blueberry desserts. And
let's refrain from eating bushes, though, Jason. But I just want to say, as a super fan, it says it.
Come on, tell you.
All right. I've got a question here, Jason, for you. It says, as a super fan, I'm guessing you would jump at the opportunity to play again. You've communicated that. It says, if you could play again and take one contestant from the season with you, who would it be and why?
What question? Wow. Okay, give me a few seconds to collect myself and gravitate toward that situation. Yo!
We'll let the moon do its orbit, helping the gravitational pull, helping Jason find the answer he's looking for.
The trajectory of the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
I would have to say. No, I'm joking. Who would I take with? Listen, the thing is, I don't know who I'm dealing with. Now, I think I'm back on the island. I think it's a very different situation.
Well, we know you're not going to take Sean. You're not going to take Sean because, I mean...
I'm not going to... Yeah, so I would take Sean.
The irony to your situation is you saved Sean, and he's so happy that you did that for him.
Look,
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Look, he's a nice guy. You'll see everyone has their own story and their own journey. That's why, I mean, this show is so nice because you walk with every single contestant.
Yeah.
That's just a part of the show and what the show offers you. That's what something small to take from the show and to decipher about the show. That these contestants, you as the viewer, you kind of invest yourself in them. You have your favorites, I don't know how many favorites, how many people chose me as their favorites, but how does it feel to
Well, we had someone here, Jason. We had someone here. No, hang on. We had someone here say, and they've come out with the comment already saying they had you picked to go far. Yeah, Google knows. Google knows. I only said, this is what this person says. I honestly said this guy would go far, but not win. And 10 minutes later was out. Damn, I thought I knew the show. Which again is testament to the product you guys are putting out.
Thank you. The thing is,
that's a compliment.
Unpredictable. It's raw. Yeah. It's raw content. The thing is, it happens how it happens. The thing is, you can be the big rugby player guy. You're gonna fall on your ass in the challenge. You could be the super fit swimmer guy.
Okay, wait. But talking about the challenge, Jason. So you did not throw that challenge. So you were physically tired in that challenge off the foot. This is your first challenge.
No. I've got fire there. Let me tell you. Okay, so
please.
I don't okay, I'm fit. Okay, when I swim, barefoot. That's how we all swim.
Yeah. I mean, some people have flippers for feet and actual flippers.
No. Well, understandable, but that's helping, in terms of streamline or dynamics or fluid dynamic, whatever you want to call it. The whole, that type thing. Okay. I think when I got onto the show, they were like, you need to use the shoes. So I was like, okay, cool. And I understood why, because look at season 7 when Nathan got cut.
Okay. Yes. Right.
Really something like that could really hurt your game. So I can understand from a production side of view, they really want, because you see the personalities, yeah. You see you really want to see the full potential. You don't want to really see someone go out with unless it's raw and stuff like that. But it's just we're trying to get the content. We're trying to get the full content out of the situation, and that's what I'm getting from it. So I agreed. So I don't know how to use these shoes.
How do you use shoes, Jason? You put them on your feet and you use them. What do you mean? Do they have special wings or what's going on here?
Shoes. They're not lacing shoes. They're a little button thing that you like a dry neck. You know that thing where you
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
They got them
to tighten them up. Yeah.
They got them type.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I don't want it too tight because I don't like the circulation. I was like, you know what? This is I feel comfortable in this. So as soon as I jumped into the water, I was like, yeah. So now I'm jumping, and it looks like I'm throwing the challenge. But the thing is, I'm really trying to save my shoes.
But what does it matter if your shoes are floating? You can always get them afterwards.
No, the thing is, I don't know if they're gonna float or not. The thing is, I was at the second buoy, remember?
But surely there's enough people that would have got to get your shoes. I don't know how production works and everything else, but
listen. If you lose your shoes, if you lose a shirt, if you lose your underwear, if you have one jacket and you lose it, sorry, buddy.
You're in trouble.
You're not getting anything else.
You're out.
If you lose your shoes, if you break them, you're not getting anything else, bro. Wait, do you think someone's going to come out of the bush and give you, you broke your shoes, he has a pair of shoes for you? No, bro.
So can I say, wait, Jason. So from what I'm gathering from this, you were that comfortable in the situation that you had carved out for yourself that you could focus on reclaiming your shoes during the challenge and afford to lose the
there's
challenge.
no
Not
chance
saying
that
you're
can
throwing the challenge. Not saying you're throwing the challenge.
okay.
But you
The thing is,
could
the thing is,
afford to.
like close is important. Those
Yeah.
boots that I took. Okay, I only had
Yeah.
one pair of boots. The thing is,
Yeah.
and they're warm and they like me things. Like there's so many things. Like cold wise, they
Yeah.
keep me warm. Mosquitoes on the thing. Like there's certain comfort. Like there's certain thinking of like in terms of wardrobe that what you want to take and also like what you want to show of yourself. And
So are these KOA shoes, by the way, or Cape Union March shoes? We just got to give a little shout out there. Yeah,
No,
Which what kind of? No.
The boots that we had for the swimming. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really good. They're really strong. But the thing is, I just didn't know how to use them. So like, that's my mentality. I was trying to say that, like, I was trying to say that, but it got to the point where I was like, you know what, stuff it.
Yeah.
Chuck the shoe. So
Okay.
I chucked the shoe, but one wouldn't let go. So now I've got
these shoes sound bipolar, bro. Like they either don't like each other, either your feet smell really bad,
Listen,
or they just can't talk. What's going on here?
In a swimming competition.
Yeah.
One shoe each. I'll give you the right shoe. I'll take the left shoe. We're gonna swim it out. Legit.
Oh, this is gonna happen, guys.
We're gonna. My hypothesis.
Oh
is correct.
shit.
No,
Okay. No, we can do that. We'll do that, but that'll be a TNO episode. No, too late, Jason. Too late. It's a TNO episode. You're gonna get one shoe. I'm gonna get one shoe, and we're gonna swim, and we're gonna see who wins. We're gonna.
They daily remind us how to
Okay. All right. Okay. So you would trying to keep a shoe on. You're doing the challenge. You obviously got a lot to think about. You get back. You're super tired. So from that sort of explanation, what I'm gathering is you gave a lot to that challenge, and you falling over towards the end was because you're physically fatigued from that.
Yeah, because literally, like, you got resistant, and like I'm trying to like really keep us off. Like I'm really like while I'm trying to like get the shoe off, I'm like also trying to do it and like untie a knot, and I'm like I know like. I'm just hyper. I'm just hyper. I am that type of person.
I can't tell that. Yeah. No, I haven't told any of that. No.
Really?
No.
I'm sorry, dude. I should actually display it more. I should show you. But anyway, like, it was like so crazy. So, but the thing is, hence, like, I kind of like exhausted myself unnecessarily.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I know. I think you can
do
that. It makes sense.
Happens.
You're like what I think back, what happened. And how I'm like trying to like tell it. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just trying to save my ass. I don't know. You never know. I really don't know. I really
but to be fair, it's like a child. It's like so you're a super fan playing the game that you love.
Yeah.
Okay. You like it. So if I had to create an analogy, it's like a child.
Yeah.
Ready after cake, getting the cake that they want. Now they're in that sugar high, and then the sugar high is just the big fall. So you've come in there guns blazing. You're on that high.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy.
At a point, I was like, I had power, dude. Like, people were trusting me with information.
Well, it's the sugar high. Sugar high.
Dude,
yeah.
Sugar high, enjoying the high. But the thing is, you got to understand, like, also, there was a part of me, one regret is not talking to the girls as much. Nicole, Marisha.
Why didn't you do that?
They were too relaxed at the time. And I think they were just like, you know, I didn't get.
But don't you want to talk to someone who's coming across relaxed then? Like if they're coming across super relaxed, why are they feeling that relaxed?
Dealing with people, you see, I was busy dealing with people who were pointing behind my back. Like I knew Nicole and Marisha wouldn't do that. Like from what I saw, they were very chill people. I like them. Okay. They're really fun. I'm really, really keen to have a chat with them after this whole journey is done.
Yeah.
But but that's the thing. You need to be aware of those things, and I didn't get those type of vibes from Nicole, and so I thought I had a day to spare. I was like, tomorrow's another day to talk to Nicole and Marisha.
I mean,
you know what? It's my fault. You know what?
You were coined, dude, at the tribal council, Jason.
Now hot,
Jeez, dude, but at tribal council, you got so. If we think about your Seamus 2.0 edit, you came in saying you're going to be Muhammad Ali. You lose the fire challenge, but you also, before going to the fire challenge, let's give you credit where it's due. The structural engineer thing, you know, you kind of don't want to take that on, and I feel like that was a bad thing for you, in my opinion. Take that on. You should have probably taken that on. So then they nominate you. You go on, which is huge trust from the tribe to say, go on and do this. The wild child, he looks like he's got this. Go on. There's a lot of faith. So it kind of shows whatever would have happened at the challenge, you would have been backed by your tribe. Okay, that's kind of the feeling I get.
That's the type of respect that I had from my tribe. So that's why
exactly. So you have that respect. So you did have that. So it's not just what we're seeing on TV. You had that respect. Yeah. So you do that. You come back. The challenge happens. Arguably speaking, we can say, in terms of the performance of the challenge, you stand out.
I love that comment. It wasn't my fault, it was my shoe. I want to screenshot that.
I'll do it for you. I'm screenshotting that for you. I'll send it to you straight after this.
Thank
okay,
we're
taking a screenshot. Okay, and I feel like you need to create shirts about that afterwards. There we go.
I think that's in life now.
Anyway,
my shoe. That's a t-shirt design. We should jump on this idea.
Yeah, we're gonna create that meme. We'll circulate that. Okay, so you come back. You don't perform too well. So, and this is kind of where I've got to point the finger at you. So I didn't get to speak about Dino much, but I think I've got you. We might as well talk about you here. You come back from the show, from the challenge, and this is kind of your moment. Going in the back of my mind, going, if I'm Jason, I kind of have this trust from the tribe. And now I haven't performed too well on 2 occasions. Do I really want to stick my neck out for a guy like Sean, who has come across quite erratic, and from what I can see on the edit, doesn't seem to be aligned with too many people? I am in there with Anele, and Anele's got more of other connections. Do I really want to be trying to drive the first vote after the performances I understand
that. But the thing is, now you got to look at, okay, why did I go with Sean and probably not someone else?
Yeah.
There you go.
Not necessarily about Sean, but also why feel the need to drive the first vote? Like, you've been in the spotlight, you've been there. I mean, nominated to be the
engineer because of the immunity challenge and the fire challenge. Would you feel safe after losing 2 things?
I would try and. I understand what you're saying from a super fan perspective. The paranoia kicks in, but at the same time, I'm going. They have put a lot of faith in me.
Bro, this is Survivor, bro. You can put as much faith in me as you want, brother. You can put as much faith in me and mean bull, brother. I put all my faith in come on. I put all my faith in myself and myself alone. That's why I act the way. That's why I achieve the things I do in life. Like, legit. That's the hardcore truth. You need to be that type of person in life, legit. And
I agree.
You saying that you trust me, I appreciate that. But I really don't know if you trust me.
that's fair play. But I do want to say this. So if I'm Anele now, and you've come back after the challenge, and now you're trying to drive this. I've had the conversation with you saying, I've thrown a name out. I want to be sticking with this person. Now you're trying to drive this conversation. From what I could tell, it seemed like you weren't very receptive in hearing what he had to say. And then Renee came
aware of that. That's okay. So this is the nice thing and the part that I take away from the experience, because I wasn't aware that I do stuff like that. So watching stuff, it's weird. It's now you're watching yourself. I've never been in a situation where I see myself. I act in a certain way that I'm not aware. I'm oblivious to sometimes, because it's just how I am. Like, But now I'm watching myself. I'm seeing where I'm effing up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Look, you feel free to say the actual word. I mean, this is uncut. This is nothing censored. So if you want to say the word, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, for sure. Shots. Okay. So you understand what I'm saying. So, like, I'm seeing a side of myself and I'm like, oh, okay. Do I feel bad about it now? I could curl up in a ball and really get depressed and be like, yeah. But now, how do I take that? How do I really take that? Do I? It's definitely going to impact my game next time if I am presented with opportunity. I'm not going to speak too much on it because, listen, you guys only read the glossary. You didn't read the whole book type thing. So there's a lot to Jason that I would still like to keep secret to, myself. And so I think, let's see. But it was a real eye-opener seeing myself, legit. You don't understand. It's like,
so was it really game changing? So Niku likes saying once you've played the game of Survivor, it will change. There's something in you that will change. Is there something?
Come I tell you, like I feel so bad, and I call myself out here. In one of my interviews or pre-game things, is I say, what did I say? I think I said, you know what, Survivors isn't a place to find yourself.
Yeah.
Or something like that. If you want to go find yourself, you find yourself at home. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to take that back.
Okay.
Because the power of Survivor is humbling. Humbling. It is such an amazing experience. Come I tell you, that you have no choice, but it will change your life. When Lulu say like brace yourself for like, you know, the best adventure of the lifetime, like, you know, that word, like I'm taking off a buff. Like imagine the scene, I'm on a mountain and I'm taking off this buff, and like these words, like I hear it, like this is my journey getting, like it was so intense, it was like rush, like it was that intense. And it changes you, dude. You have no choice. But you know what? I see it now.
So how has it changed you? I mean, you said you've seen yourself back. You didn't realize you weren't really being perceptive to someone else when they were talking. How else has it changed you?
Look. Obviously, looking at the type of way I deal with pressure situations and how I get out of them. Like maybe that helps me in life. But, and I understand, oh shit, I'm running on 10% here. Let me plug this in. I'm looking at it. An hour, 60 minutes. That's pretty good, dude. Kudos to
you,
you,
man. I mean, look, we were meant to wrap up in an hour, but dude, you need this is a blank canvas for you to tell your story. See it that way.
Dude, what is? Yeah, let's take it.
I don't know what other interviews you had throughout the day, but this isn't that type of interview where you have to feel censored. You just tell your story, speak your mind, man.
For sure. Let's for sure. No, look, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna look like with those other interviews. I'm keen to see it, but we're charging. I'm keen to see it, but let's. I don't know what everything. There's so many questions. There's so many it's cool to hear everyone's perspective. Like everyone has a unique way of thinking, and it's fun to be exposed to those type of things, because what I take from that type of situation is you're exposing me to a lot of type of thinking that I wasn't aware of. So now you basically helping me plan my next
amazing
adventure.
Okay, that's amazing.
I'm listening.
So what have you started planning?
I'm not telling you.
Fair enough. No,
but on a life, life-wise, I'm in the process opening up a nursery with plants and bonsais and
cool.
Maybe whatever, I don't know. It's something on the side. It's a passion of mine. I collect a whole lot of things. It's crazy. I wish I could show you my garden. It's crazy. So it's something I would like. And there's a whole lot of type mission work that I want to be involved with up in Limpopo with my wife's family from America. So get a whole lot of mission people coming over, helping there, and then obviously sticking with my my engineering background. With my detailing, my drawing, my drafting, and whatnot. So, I think it's just Survivor's not that thing that is now, that's Jason's ceiling. We're gonna let's go.
It's a step. It's a stepping stone in the right direction. Yeah, it's not
for sure. And listen,
it's not a steep slope falling down. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. This is just the type of personality that I am. If Survivor wasn't there, I still would have been on the course of this nursery and these mission things, these ideas. I'm just a creative person. I'm always thinking. There's always ideas brewing. If I feel putting a pot plant on the roof because I think it looks nice in a certain light,
you go for it.
I'm gonna do it, dude.
So I think
if
guys,
you really have a good idea in life, dude. Don't let
everyone watching the show and listening to what Jason is saying, I think the case in point here is the the reason the man made it on Survivor in the first place is because he's not afraid to go after the things that he wants in life. So credit to that, Jason. And I think that's also one of the highlights we need to take out of this. Yeah. But just to come back to the wooden spoon point, who would you give this award to for the episode? Not for down the line, for the episode, for the one that we watched last night. Yeah.
I give this award with a heavy heart, like, because I don't. From what I experienced and what I see from the show is two different things. So from what I experienced, I'm giving you an answer on what I experienced. Yeah. And unfortunately, what I saw on TV contradicts what I felt. If that makes sense, or saw.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
I give the spoon to Teresa.
What? You know, actually, that's the name I wanted to look. Maybe I see what you're saying, because off the bat, she kind of says like, "I'm in a tribe with people I can't connect with." So she's already painted that picture for herself, which I don't think is right. Even though she's got an accurate,
dude.
But dude, she's got an accurate read on the game. That impressed me. She was calling everything up, but she wasn't getting stuck in.
Hey? She's clued up. Let me tell you, that chick's on fire. Hey, let me tell you, she's fire. And
So, but you're giving it to her. So why are you giving it to her?
Like from what I saw, like, you know, because I spotted it. Like, it's not hard to see. She was out of her comfort zone, and she said so herself.
Suri, real Suri type vibes. Suri feels,
real Suri type vibes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm aware of a Suri type character because I'm a fan of the game. I'm aware of how dangerous them characters are, and it's evident from what I saw in in the first episode. She really is.
She had a good read,
And you know, the fan in me probably was like, Suri, and I was like, nah, can't be. But the thing is legit. Like, she's the person who's like, you know what, I can do that. Like, you know what? She got off and she was like, you know what? And that's what I love about her personality. She's
But you want to give her the wooden spoon though? It doesn't add up,
dude. That is.
She's gonna watch this. She's gonna watch this. So she's gonna be like, bro.
So openly that you don't like the conditions, and like she was very clear. Like she was like, you could see she wasn't, like, everyone was moving at a speed, talking to each other. Like she was struggling. Little did I know that it was like that type of behavior could get you voted out. Am I wrong?
Well, that's to be fair.
We've seen it in previous seasons. We've seen it in previous seasons where it doesn't work out, and we've seen it in previous seasons where it works out.
It works out, and like you said, I think it's
predictable.
Yeah, it's the luck of the draw from that perspective. Yeah,
exactly. So literally, Teresa, maybe she's even a proper dark horse to invest in. Like, I really don't know. Like, she really has the possibility to go all the way to the end. Like,
this is what I'm saying, Jason. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at Teresa and I'm going. The other tribe, Vuna save her because she already gives that perception off. You are telling me now she's verbally
to get rid of a strong player. They knew that she was going to be.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she's putting that out there.
Let's take that situation of her going to Immunity Island. If she didn't go to Immunity Island, a part of me thinks I would still be in the position that I am, but a part of me also learns to the fact that she also could have been the first boot.
Yeah, but so now, based on the luck of the draw, so let's go back to the luck of the draw. So you're a super fan. You kind of point out this person's playing a Suri type of game. Okay, so she's somewhat strategic, and based on the edit, she's very strategic because she's got a good read. Then we're going back and we're saying
very well.
She played it very well, but now the tribe is seen as the weaker member, and then in essence, regardless of what she's done in your tribe, she's been saved by the other tribe because that's the card she's playing. So it's an interesting.
But you see, you got to see from the hot type of personalities you're dealing with on the island.
Yeah.
The personalities, I don't know what their gameplay is. I really don't know what their gameplay is. But the thing is, I think that was type of Teresa's strategy. Is to play it low and kind of like be like, because she's not a physical person. Not a physical person. I think she's one person to be like, you can carry me. Like, I think if you had to put Teresa in a Letitia situation, my friend, you're going to suffer.
No, she will eat you. She will eat you.
She'll eat you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what I looked at, I was like, no, there's no way that there's the snake behind that beautiful face. Like she's
Okay.
like when she smiles, she lights up legit. That's the type of person
Yeah.
she is. But not once did I think that. And it was.
But
so,
then why
like,
do you
when
want
I
to give
saw
her
it,
the
I was
wooden
like,
spoon? I don't understand. Why you want to give it to her then? Out of all the people there, you've got Dino, you got yourself, you've got other people, but you want to give Teresa the wooden spoon.
Look, I always choose weirdly. I've noticed that
Okay.
in life. I always
Okay.
choose weirdly, and I think I always go against the grain. And Nico, like he said that very well. So not many people agree to my thinking, and hence, like, maybe I need to change that type of thinking because I ended up in the position that I am. But that's the good thing about watching yourself. And the thing is, do you learn from the experience? Do you how do you take it? Okay. And like I like that comment, like I can't remember what that comment was, but it was something like you learn from the experience for sure. I didn't know that was something that could happen. Hence why I said early in the audition, like, if you want to find yourself, go find yourself at home. But the thing is, there is a place. I don't know what the journey is of the other guys. I'm keen to see, but let's see.
I think so. Just to award it for the sake of awarding it, are you giving it to Teresa for this episode?
But it's a weird thinking of my. I don't. Dude.
You can just pull the plug. You don't have to. It's nothing sentimental. You have your reason. Are you giving it?
No. She knows that I have mad love for her. She knows that I'm mad love, and that's why I say that she's playing the game very well. So she plays. She's also. There's so many people that I want to keep my eye on. Like, it's just like I'm still in the candy shop phase. Like, I'm out of the how can I say, the loop of the game and whatnot, but somehow I still feel in it.
Jason, I'm pointing. You're seeing this point.
Okay, sad that we won't get to see Jason's energy in the rest of the show. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much. And I'm so like, I wish I could have shown more of that. Yeah, for sure. But you know what? We're still at season 8, dude. Let's see for season 10 or like 15 or whatever. Legit.
I love it.
Legit.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
You joke, but I put money on it. I really do.
Okay.
I really do.
Jason, I want to talk about before we need to talk about Storm's Brewing, and that's the final chapter of the show that we have together here. But one thing that needs to be spoken about is the tribal council.
Yes.
So you get coined with the famous last words of going, if you got the numbers behind you, you're good to go. And you're the one that goes, what actually happened at tribal council? Because LaRue's already put out a tweet, like there were a lot of hours of footage. You only get to see an hour. I think it's like over 72 hours of footage. You only get what actually happened at tribal council?
Listen, there was a lot of trying to find out where people are sitting, where your thinking was. We literally sat there and spoke in circles. Like, Nico was like, that's all fun and well, guys. Like, that's all good. But can we go vote? And then you get Sean like, no. And then you get like this one like, what the hell is going on? And then it was just that much energy at Tribal Council. Like, what you see is crazy. Like, that went on in like constant loops. Eventually they were like, we need to start voting, guys. We need to start voting. And then, that's why.
So how long was the actual tribal council?
Sure. I think it was about like 3 hours long, eh?
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours.
And how much do we see as viewers? We only see like 10 minutes, maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. There's so much.
So, but how much did you say? How much did you actively say at that particular 3-hour tribal council?
Look, I regret not saying enough.
Okay.
Or asking enough. Or like, that's one thing that I regret. Because look, there was because I'm a listener. Like, there was the point where it was too late to listen.
Yeah.
For me. But there was a part of me thinking, like, you know what? I have this diplomatic bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
I can bluff with it. Say, like, guys, if you would really want to like vote me out.
Yeah.
I dare you. Let me swing some fire. See what I do to you.
Okay.
See what this bracelet does. Like, that's the type of thinking, like, dude. And it's not something I made. It's legit got like Zumba green, like.
Yeah. Look at that.
How sick is that?
Lovely stuff.
It's like a bling, eh? It goes well with the crocodile skin there, hey?
And the buff. I need to get myself
You
Zamba
do
buff
need to
there,
get a
man.
buff.
That thing is
You need to
beautiful.
get
I
a
love
Zamba
it.
buff. I want to see if
Yeah.
I can get a Vuna buff. I want to try collect all the buffs, but we'll see.
All right, wait. Before you continue, Jason, we've got a question here from Chris Dixon saying,
Yes.
what's Jason's favorite fast food and soda?
Fast food, I would have to say pizza.
What kind of pizza? Be more particular. What kind of pizza?
I
mean,
like
what if
pizza? Pepperoni
what if Chris
pizza,
Dixon wants to spend a
Oh,
Friday
no,
evening?
Can I take it back?
Yeah. Okay.
Seafood pizza, anchovies with capers.
Oh wow, that's the Mediterranean side in you coming out there.
Sorry.
I said that's the Mediterranean side coming out there. You know, the fish,
There we go.
catching fresh fish.
That is legit. The salty,
Lovely.
the capers complement everything. Like it tastes good. Salty,
All right.
it's on point.
There's another question, Jason. There's another question. What happened at Tribal Council? Sean lost the plot.
So, yeah, Sean lost the plot. But the thing is, you got to understand from Sean's perspective, he didn't know who he was voting for.
Yeah.
So he was swinging at every single angle to get and fish as much information or pass the buck on to whoever but himself. Because he really thought he was going home. If you have no opportunity, or like, you know, or like you had a point at Tribal Council where you like literally, you have nowhere to turn.
Yeah.
Like,
no corners to hide.
Your voice, my friend. All you have is your voice. You start throwing. You start shaming. You say this person did this, and that's why like I was his friend. We were the Axe brothers. Hence why he was like Jason. He was like he did bad in the challenge, and that's why I was like yes. But like I'm like I can't turn around and say Sean, bro, calm your tits. Because if I say if I say that, imagine what's going to happen through the other people's heads. Like exactly the alliances that I made. Like, why are you saying calm your shit like with Sean?
Yeah.
You see, these are the type of things you need to, like for me, like it was hard to think before I act. That's just weird for me. I just act. So I think that's
before we go on, Jason, we got the sort of madness. You mentioned that he also performed badly at the challenge. He didn't perform the greatest either.
Sean.
You just said that. You said Sean.
Sean was a beast.
He did it right. Okay, but let's talk about the challenge. Let's talk about the challenge. So Dino says he's trying to communicate with Paul.
Yeah.
How much of that was a factor in everything that happened at final Tribal Council there?
Listen, I would not like. I don't want to answer that question.
Okay.
Because we'll come back to that question. Can we come back to that question?
Okay.
Can we come back to that question? I don't want to say when, but can we come back to that question soon?
No problem. We're just going to wrap up. Wooden Spoon, who are you giving it to?
I'll give it to my boy Dino.
Hey, Dino gets it. And Teresa. So it's a shared wooden spoon. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna count down to 3 and you're gonna dish it out. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
How do it's like as a like is it one of them type things? Like is it one of them?
Whatever. There we go. I like it.
Quack. Or not like doing homework or something. Or pat on your ass. I come from that type generation.
All right, cool. So a little pat there for Dino and for Teresa. Okay.
For sure. A little pat. A little wooden
slap. Jason, we're moving to Storm's Brewing. Brewing. Predictions for the next episode. What do you think will happen in this next one? What do you foresee coming?
I think based on what I saw from the next time happening on Survivor, I think Sean has a lot of scrambling or working to do. It's going to be interesting to see him work. There's a lot of kumbaya talk and feeling at Vuna. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when, Spanner gets thrown into the works. So there's so many things. There are countless outcomes that could possibly happen in the next episode. It's just that's what's so amazing about this season. It's just, dude, I don't know.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Yeah. Storm brewing. But there's a storm. There's definitely a storm brewing. I can tell you that.
All right, Jason, before we wrap up here, I'm going to give you the opportunity to pretty much cast, and I'm going to say cast because you're the castaway and you're the outcast now, seeing as you're the first
Yeah.
boot.
Yes.
To share your final thoughts for everyone, all the viewers at home that are going to continue watching Survivor. Is there anything
Yes.
that they need to know about you and about the journey that they missed, that they didn't see?
I think I showed myself. I think if you liked me, you liked me. Hey, like I'm pretty sure. Like I wasn't fake. What you saw was Jason, legit.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm getting so much love, because I didn't realize that I would get so much love, because it's a weird situation, because I was scared. I was aware of the type of game that I played. Like, I'm just gonna say this. I was scared of the type of game that I played because I knew it was a cutthroat game. And like when you say Sheamus 2.0, I was waiting for something like that. So
yeah.
But to have
to be fair, sorry, Jason, I just want to stop you there. To be fair, I still remember Sheamus, and I still talk about Sheamus. And it was one episode.
To speak with Sheamus. I had the opportunity to speak with Sheamus. Damn, what a lekker guy. Jeez, oh my word. That guy's amazing. But I think no, he is. Have you
I believe you.
Before?
No, I haven't.
You should actually arrange a podcast with him. I think he would be really keen to do something like that.
Awesome. You need to swing. If you've got his number, swing his number my way, and we can make it happen.
For sure. We could make that happen. Not like a separate section. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Let's
we do it.
Let's help your podcast out.
You know what? Never mind, Jason. We'll get him in the race that we do with the one shoe sort of swim off. That's where we can do. We give him a shout out.
I'll tell you how epic is that going to be.
I need to start training.
As soon as we finish, we get pure white pigeons. We get this in 4K. As soon as the finish, we'll get the tape. We'll get everything. We'll get
Jason.
You know what?
The pigeon you named after me is in my team, eh? That pigeon's in my team. The pigeon you named after me is in my team.
Well,
no.
Pigeon, if you can speak pigeon, can you speak pigeon? Nah, bro. I'll whip your ass in pigeon, bro. I'll whip your ass in pigeon.
Let me hear pigeon. Let's hear that. I will give you my alphabet in pigeon. You give me your alphabet in pigeon.
Okay, you go for it. Okay. Go for it.
There we go. Ooh. Ish. Pigeon tamer. Okay, yeah, no worries. I'm looking for a certain type of pigeon. Well done.
Come on.
Amazing. All right, cool, Jason. Sorry, I interrupted you. Final thoughts. You can wrap up there.
Final thoughts on the storm.
Yeah. No. On yourself. We're done with the storm. You've given your storm.
Myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys saw everything about me, and I'm so happy because I think I'm getting a lot of positive feedback where I thought I was going to get negative feedback because I played the way I did. I think I got more positive feedback than I did negative feedback. I think I can count the negative feedback on a hand, or maybe I've just been oblivious to it. I don't know. I think there's a lot of negative feedback.
Did you get negative feedback though?
Who's giving you? But Stevie Wonder to those haters. I can't see them.
Love it.
I can't see them.
Oh, Jason, man. Thank you so much. This has been 1 hour 37 minutes. Thank you so much for giving me your time after a long day of other interviews that you did. Be honest now, which one was your favorite one?
For sure this one. For sure this one.
Key super fan. This one, super fan.
For sure this one. I've got your back. My guy. Got your back.
Get in, Jason. Get in.
I predict good things for Survivor SA. I also predict good things for your podcast. The energy that you bring to the game, much really commended. I mean, we need that type of chaos, bro. And hopefully, everyone sees that, because what I see, I get good vibes from you as well, dude.
Oh, amazing, Jason! I appreciate that, man. Is there
for sure? Thank you for the love. I'm giving it right back, dude.
Oh, sweet, man. Is there anything else you want to say to the guys that did give you love on the show?
Yo, guys, thank you so much. Jeez, you made my journey so amazing. It's your one to take with, it's when I lay my head on wherever, if I'm gonna die via jumping out of a plane with Dino, or if I die trying to steal some national bonsai from Japan, or if I die doing something stupid, that is going to be the thoughts, the love. Like it's I don't know how to explain. It's just like
Yeah.
so much to do. Yeah, I hope you I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. Like
No, I get it.
It's
Yeah.
very abstract, but
Dude, abstract is a colorful picture. It's almost like the background we have coming here. But
like
amazing. I feel like for the background, you were appropriate.
You need abstract paintings. That's the doggies' card. They need abstract paintings. They get their own painting.
Oh, Draco there, living his best life. Living his best life. Mr. Slytherin house.
Boy. His name is Rogelio. It's Draco and Rogelio. I named Draco. My wife named Rogelio. I call him Freddy.
Rogelio hablas español, no? Sí?
No, he's Rogelio from Jane the Virgin. Jane the Virgin. Oh, Diablo Plenty, brother. Diablo Plenty.
Amazing. Awesome, Jason.
I got that.
Dude, thank you so much.
A shout out to him as well.
Oh, cool.
He was also caught, like, I steal that from him. Yeah, like, it was a funny moment, like, we were chatting, and he's like, and I think it was his girlfriend. She's like, oh, you speak Spanish? And he's like, yeah, Diablo Plenty, bro. And I was like, oh, I use that line. I'm so happy I got to use it. So
a little plug-in
as well. Oh, what a mad man. And Tony. Oh, yeah, and for my viewing party, I just want to say that before we close, eh?
Thank you no worries.
Sipe, Meryl, Amanda, Paul, you guys were amazing for the viewing party. I'm sorry that, like, I let you guys down, but Survivor really now has shown me, like, the family part now. Like, I get to enjoy the journey.
Well, you part, dude, you in there now. You are there, one of the few who get to say they played the game, and I think maybe that's it.
I whip out my phone, and, like, Nicole just mentioned me in the story. I'm like, whoa, cool. Like, Nicole Campbell. Like, Rob, I'm like, wow. Ting. I'm like, I mean, Amanda, like, Fipe, Mira, like, all of these, like, so many. You don't understand the crazy trip I've been on. It's been amazing.
Dude, man, all I can say is if you were the first boot and you brought this much energy, I'm looking forward to what the rest of the season has in store for us because
dude, come
shit, man.
Like, my personality, what you see me, like, there's more out there on this island, legit. Like, really buckle your guys, like, buckle up, dude. You guys are in for a ride, eh?
And, you know, we all know Jason loves having those final words there, like we saw yesterday.
You think I'm interesting?
Yeah?
We've got other people there.
Oh, jeez, man. This is amazing. Well, congratulations on officially becoming part of the South African Survivor family. I think you mentioned family. That's a good point. And your viewing party. And yeah, dude, congratulations on ticking off your bucket list. You made it onto Survivor. I mean, something you know I've been trying to do and I haven't gotten on. You've done it.
It's hard, hey?
You've played hard.
You know the process. It's flipping hard, dude. But the thing is, like I say, just be persistent. Even if you get rejected, dude. Yeah. Get rejected until you
keep going.
Just keep going. I mean, like, there's some, like, I don't know what the record is, but there's, like, people entering in the US season for, like, 17 times. Like,
that's nuts.
Are you crazy? Like, you got to be upset.
That's a lot of rejection. That's a lot of rejection.
I am surprised. Sorry.
No, I said 17 times. That's a lot of rejection from the same party.
Dude, but you got to remember how many seasons they pump out. That's the thing.
I mean, well, they're going on to 41 now. Also, again, big feat. So you also, I mean, let's not forget. So first season back during COVID.
If I win the shoe race. I'm keen for the race. But
let's not forget how significant your role in the Survivor is. Okay, so it's the first Survivor back during COVID. It's the first Survivor shot on home soil globally.
Yes.
And
it's the first Survivor being shot, like, played in other countries, like, dude.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, Australia, like, we've got some fans coming our way, like.
Exactly.
Eyes on South Africa.
But also, you claim all the Jason. You claim all the firsts. You're the first boot in that season, bro. That's flipping.
Really?
That's
dude.
That's historic,
dude. And to have the type of, like, and hence why I'm giving the type of energy that I'm giving is because you don't understand what an honor is to, like. It sucks. I feel like I'm like how can I say it? Like, I won the race, but I didn't win the race.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So there's a lot you could have left.
That's how powerful this experience was for me. Like, I didn't win, but I won.
The first shoe.
So, first shoe. I'm actually gonna put those shoes, like, in a mold or something. I might, like, display it in my house. Or I should do something cool with them shoes. Like, I think let's do.
It wasn't your fault, Jason. It was your shoe.
Look. Look, I'm gonna show you flames. Watch me. I'm gonna show you flames.
Anyway, dude, thank you so much.
Something. I'm sorry, you walked into that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
call my pigeons and they will like attack you while in the race, bro. I'll with the elements. I'll call like
Ace Ventura. You've got an Ace Ventura vibe about you. Why haven't I? Why, it's only taken me an hour 44 minutes to come to this conclusion. I actually mentioned this. Ace Ventura, man. Yeah, Ace Ventura 2.0. I like. Listen,
Sweet, dude.
Ace Ventura was legendary growing up, man. So congrats.
Those are the classics. Those are the classics. Yeah, man of culture. Respect.
Away, Jason.
Yeah,
Again,
sure.
dude, after a long evening, I'm sure your wife wants to feed you properly now because you've been eating scraps.
Dude,
I don't know, bird seeds.
I'm gonna jump in the shower. I'm gonna have a nice cup of tea, and yeah, dude, I'm just gonna hit the sack for sure. I'm just gonna sleep. I'm just gonna carry, and then probably tomorrow
And also enjoy it.
Birds. Carry on. I'll do some propagating with some plants for my nursery. Dude, I got a full day. Sunday, I'm going fishing with my mates. You're looking forward to that.
Sick.
Dude, it's crazy.
Sick, man. And enjoy every second of it that comes your way. Like dude, all the love that comes your way, take it. Any of the negative thing, like you said, Stevie Wonder, that's your vibe. But regardless, if they talk, someone told me once, is like there's no such thing as bad publicity unless it's at your
that was
obituary.
Jeffrey Cook-Tonneson.
Yeah, there we go. Did he say that? Yeah.
He said that in his audition video.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
see, and that's someone.
He was out in the bush, and then the hardy dog flew past. Listen, I'm invested in this game. I know who you oaks are. You don't understand. They got rid of a threat.
Well, that's how you got to see it, and I believe it. Yeah. Especially now after spending. I'm actually sad because after spending this much time with you, I don't understand how you couldn't. Maybe you're just all over the place.
You just answered it, dude. You just answered it.
The threat.
Sitting next to me in the final.
I'd shit my pants. Yeah, there we go.
You answered it. Like, imagine sitting next to me in the final. They saw it.
Yeah, they did. They
for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, Jason, thank you so much for coming on to TNO.
Mad love for you, dog. Mad love for you, dude.
And send my regards to all the animals, to the pigeon Claudia, to Draco, your dog, to your Spanish-speaking dog, to your beautiful wife, and to the birdseeds that you're about to have for dinner.
Dude, thank you so much for actually asking me to be on this. You don't understand. It was mad. Like, I felt so much love. It was amazing. Like, dude, thank you so much. It was an amazing experience. Thank you for making my experience that much better, even though I was first boot. Thank you so much. Like, although, like, hey, it's like, I'm soaking up every experience, even though it's like, I'm tired. Like, I'm like, these interviews have been like, But the thing is, when am I gonna ever get interviewed again? So like,
hey, you said this is stepping stones, so probably gonna be getting interviewed a lot more.
The possibility, like the thing is, you've seen it. Jason is so unpredictable. What am I gonna do next? I myself don't know what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah,
it's literally so I don't know. I might go to bed and might start like something else. I don't know.
Why would you want to live your life any other way, Jason? I can't see you doing
that.
So
dude.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah. And
thank
just
you so much for the chat, dude. It was amazing. I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving.
Just to end off on this note, sad that we won't get to see Jason's energy on the rest of the show. And TNO, on behalf of TNO, we've got to second that, dude. Thanks again so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a fantastic evening, man.
Thank you so much, buddy. You're amazing. Thank you. Cheers, man.
Cheers, Jason.